Hey, Steelers fans! Welcome back to the channel, where we bring you the latest on all things black and gold. Today, we've got a packed update on the injury front, some fiery words from our players, and a deep dive into Sunday's huge matchup against our AFC North rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. Before we jump in, please hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us bring more exclusive Steelers content to all of you who bleed black and gold. Let's dive right in. As we gear up for one of the biggest games of the season, a few of our key players were notably absent from practice on Wednesday, including some of our most crucial starters. Here's the breakdown. 1. Alex Highsmith, our star outside linebacker, sustained a left ankle sprain in Sunday's win over the Commanders. Now, initially, this looked pretty serious. Highsmith had to toss his helmet down in frustration, and the video even sparked some big concerns. But luckily, after some evaluations, it seems he dodged a bullet. He'll miss some time, likely around 2 to 3 weeks, but this could have been much worse. Highsmith's in high spirits, even making his way around the locker room in a walking boot on a cart. We're going to miss him on Sunday, but he's staying positive. 2. Najee Harris. Harris also suffered an ankle injury against the Commanders. Now, this one was a little nerve-wracking because he's been such a powerhouse for our ground game. But Najee showed his grit, returning to finish the game and pushing through the pain. He had an MRI on Monday, and while he may be limited in practice, Coach Tomlin expects him to suit up and play on Sunday. Steelers fans, Najee is as tough as they come, and we're hopeful he'll be in full force against Baltimore. 3. Dante Jackson. Our cornerback is battling through not one but 2 injuries. Jackson's been playing with a shoulder sprain, and now he's dealing with a hamstring issue as well. Despite the setbacks, Tomlin seems confident he'll be ready to go on Sunday. Jackson's toughness has been clear all season, and we know he's ready to dig in for the Ravens game. These injuries come at a tough time, but if there's one thing we know about the Steelers, it's that they know how to adapt and step up. We're facing a high-stakes game against the Ravens, and every player is ready to give it their all. We've got some depth with players like Nick Herbig, who's expected to be back, and Preston Smith, who made his debut with the Steelers last week after the trade deadline. The Steelers are standing tall with a 7-2 record, and the Ravens are hot on our heels at 7-3. Sunday's matchup could determine the division's fate, and this rivalry has all the makings of a classic. But that's not all, Steelers Nation. If you thought this rivalry couldn't get any more intense, our safety Deshon Elliott just took it to a whole new level. Elliott, a former Raven, didn't hold back during his appearance on Marlon Humphrey's Punchline podcast. He called out the Ravens' defense, saying, "Defensively, I don't know what y'all got going over there. The stat sheet says y'all are number 1 in run defense. But it says y'all are 32nd in pass defense. Ouch." Elliott, who was with Baltimore from 2018 to 2021, is clearly pumped for his first chance to go head-to-head with his old team in black and gold. And he's not just excited, he's looking for a showdown. He told Humphrey, "This will be very fun, to be on a team with a full team of mentally tough guys against another mentally tough team. AFC North ball. This is going to be fun." And just in case the tension wasn't high enough, Humphrey jokingly called Elliott a full-blown traitor. Elliott fired back, explaining that he didn't have a choice to stay in Baltimore since the Ravens prioritized signing Marcus Williams over him. Elliott's excitement is palpable, and you can feel that this game isn't just another Sunday for him, it's personal. But Elliott isn't the only one looking for payback. Steelers linebacker Patrick Queen has also been vocal about his departure from Baltimore. Queen was hurt when the Ravens didn't offer him a contract to return, and he's made it clear that he's embracing his role as the villain in this rivalry. Back in March, right after signing with the Steelers, Queen told reporters, "I want to be that villain. I want to be that guy. I'm looking to do some stuff to them." Queen has been waiting for this moment, and now he's ready to show his former team what they're missing. Between Elliott's pointed words and Queen's intensity, this game is shaping up to be as heated and competitive as they come. Steelers fans, if there's one thing we can count on, it's that a Steelers-Ravens game is never just a game. This rivalry has been brewing for years, with unforgettable clashes and high-stakes moments that define what AFC North football is all about. This isn't just about winning, it's about pride, grit, and who has what it takes to come out on top. The Steelers have won 11 of their last 15 games against the Ravens since 2016, and they're 3-1 against Lamar Jackson as the starting QB. Jackson hasn't defeated Pittsburgh since October 2019. But with injuries affecting some key players, this will be a battle from start to finish. As we look ahead to Sunday, the big question is whether Pittsburgh can overcome the challenges posed by Highsmith's absence, Harris's limited status, and Jackson's nagging injuries. The team has done a tremendous job staying resilient, and with Coach Tomlin's leadership, there's no doubt that every player will be focused and prepared to bring their best. Our defense is hungry, and with Elliott and Queen bringing extra intensity, the Steelers will be looking to exploit the Ravens' weak pass defense. The Ravens may rank first in run defense, but their vulnerability in the secondary could be just the opportunity our offense needs to make big plays. Every rivalry has its heroes and villains. For the Ravens and Steelers, Patrick Queen might just be stepping into the spotlight as the villain this Sunday, and he's embracing it. Queen, who spent 4 years with the Ravens, became one of the few players to switch directly from Baltimore to Pittsburgh, signing a major 3-year, $41 million deal with the Steelers this past March. From the very beginning, Queen hasn't been shy about his role in this rivalry. Back when he first put on the black and gold, he said, "It's going to be weird, you know, I want to be that villain, I want to be that guy. I'm looking to do some stuff to them." Now, as we approach game day, Queen's mindset hasn't shifted. If anything, his commitment to this new identity has only grown stronger. But there's a lot more to this story than just rivalry. Queen has recently shared some of the reasons why he's taken on this villain role with such energy. Let's dig into what happened behind the scenes to set the stage for this Sunday's highly anticipated game. Earlier this week, Queen opened up about his feelings regarding the Ravens' decision not to re-sign him. After giving 4 years of blood, sweat, and grit to Baltimore, Queen wasn't even offered a contract. According to Queen, the Ravens didn't make any moves to bring him back. The lack of interest from the front office was a painful pill to swallow, especially considering the bonds he'd built with teammates over the years. "I wasn't wanted back," Queen said in an interview on Wednesday, his voice tinged with a mix of disappointment and resolve. "I didn't get an offer back. It was definitely kind of upsetting, you know, being there for 4 years and the bond that you grow with your teammates and stuff." For Queen, this wasn't just about business, it was personal. He'd grown close with his Ravens teammates, particularly fellow linebacker Roquan Smith. They'd battled together, celebrated wins together, and shared the ups and downs that come with the game. So when the Ravens decided to let him walk, the message felt clear: they didn't see him as a part of their future. Despite the initial sting, Queen didn't let the disappointment hold him back. He took the opportunity to become a Steeler, and from the moment he signed on, he made it his mission to embody everything that makes Pittsburgh football great. For Queen, it wasn't just about joining a new team, it was about making a statement. He wasn't going to just be another ex-Raven, he was going to be a force in the Steelers-Ravens rivalry, and he was ready to be the villain. "The first few months, you definitely go through those feelings," Queen explained, opening up about his early days with Pittsburgh. "Now, after playing games, you just go by. You want to win games. You want to win with your new teammates. You want to bond with those guys. Everything you do is for the organization that you're in now." Queen has fully embraced his new home in Pittsburgh, and Steelers Nation has welcomed him with open arms. In his own words, he's over it now, but make no mistake, there's still a fire in him when it comes to facing the Ravens. He may have moved on from the hurt, but he's ready to remind Baltimore of what they lost, and he's ready to do it on the field this Sunday. Interestingly, Queen hasn't completely cut off his relationships with former Ravens teammates. He and Roquan Smith exchanged messages this week, reflecting a mutual respect that's been built through years of playing side by side. However, as Queen noted, they've both shut things down as game day approaches. It's a true testament to the complexity of the NFL, where players can be fierce competitors on Sunday but share a bond that goes beyond the gridiron. Queen hasn't reached out to Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta or head coach John Harbaugh since leaving the Ravens. It's as though, in Queen's mind, he's made peace with his departure. But even if he's over it emotionally, the competitive spirit is still alive. In fact, it's stronger than ever. Queen is focused on one thing: winning, and winning as a Steeler. So, what does this mean for us as we head into this week's game? For Queen, the Ravens game isn't just another stop on the schedule, it's a statement. He's stepping into that villain role, and he's doing it with pride and purpose. This is the AFC North, a division known for its gritty, no-nonsense football, and Queen fits right in with our Steelers' identity. Sunday's game has all the ingredients for a classic rivalry showdown. The Ravens have a solid run defense, and they're going to bring everything they have. But with Queen's energy and determination to prove himself against his old team, the Steelers have an edge that goes beyond stats or strategy. Queen's presence alone could be the spark the Steelers need to bring the heat, make big plays, and show Baltimore exactly why they should have kept him around. For Queen, this is more than a game, it's a battle for respect, for pride, and to solidify his legacy with the Steelers. Alright, now it's time for you, Steelers Nation. How do you feel about this upcoming showdown? Are you confident the team can overcome these injury setbacks? What do you think of Elliott's and Queen's comments? Do you think they'll be able to back up those words on the field? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get hyped for this rivalry game. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our Steelers updates. Thanks for joining us, and here's to another epic clash between the Steelers and the Ravens. Here we go.